Hi guys, this is Pink Stitcher Lindsay. Welcome to my Flosstube channel. This is number 15, I think. It is the 20th of April. I'm just going to do a quick catch up because my 11-year-old is 12-year-old, sorry. My little one is due home from school in maybe 15 or 20 minutes and it's his birthday today. He is 12. So I spent the morning making a cake, or icing a cake rather. It is a very colourful, basically unicorn vomit cake. Because what does every 12-year-old boy want than a, unicorn cake? So, I can't remember what I showed last time. I don't know if I'd finished my red rotation or not. Oh, there's a bee. I've got my patio doors open because it's 28 degrees outside. It is a bee. Yes, it is a bee. Right. Bees are fine, don't like wasps. So this is as far as I got with red. I got her face done, which I'm really pleased about. Her head is finished apart from the beading. I got this part done, so I've reached the other side. I was a bit worried about how much fabric I had on the side. I don't know why. I just started sort of panicking about it. But I've got plenty. This is Red by Mirabilia. You can see her sparkly. I'm stitching this on 32 count Da Vinci from Pole Stitches. And it's linen, sorry. So there we go. So then that went away. And it was my chatelaine week. I'd not worked on this for ages because I was doing other sort of birthday things. So here we go. This is Persian Iris Garden. I'll hold it back a bit. I'm pretty pleased with the progress I got on this. I got about 3,000 stitches into it. I know it doesn't probably look like it. So I got this done, completely filled in. I got this done twice, and I got this done. So I stitched this and then realised that this one stitch here was one thread off. And of course this is the stitch that joins this part entirely to this part. So I had to rip all of this back out again because I ripped out 500 stitches or so. Which is a bit of a pain, but I did it because if I don't do it immediately then I put it away and I don't do it. So there we go, it's coming along. And this is stitched on a 32 count vintage grey, pearl grey or something. And it's just a screen printed one. It's plain on the back. And that's this Y-gart. And this piece of fabric is pretty large. I think I've said before I was going to do it on a charcoal grey or a black, and I chickened out. And I wish that I had done it on a darker fabric or a lighter fabric. This is too sort of mid-tone. So there we go. I get very paranoid about stitching on this, that it's going to get dirty because I can't wash it. So what I did was, I have it set up on my large scroll frame. So I made grime guards for my scroll frame. Elastic just goes over the side. 2 of those, and basically a giant pillowcase. Way up. Just to go over when I'm not working on it. As I say, I don't want it getting dirty because I can't wash it. There's sand-dyed threads in there, so it would be a bit of a disaster. The next thing that I am going to work on, and I didn't realise that I was as far on this as I am, is the Papio Creations Mystery Sampler from the Gift of Stitching magazine. This stitches up really quickly. I've only spent 3 weeks on this. Give or take a few days. So I'm now on to part 4 and part 5 is in the middle. And I'm using the DMC thread for this. It's just DMC. I quite like stitching on the little motifs, so it does stitch out pretty quick. I don't know whether I'm going to put this out there. I might finish this week. If I'm very close to a finish, by the time next Friday rolls around, I'm just going to keep going because I'd rather it was finished than put away for another 6 weeks or 5 weeks or something and then brought back out again. So we will see. Question for you, and I think I've asked this before. I don't like the white, antique white, whatever it is, fabric. I think it's too stark. I'm considering tea dyeing it once it's finished. I do understand that that will also colour the threads. If anybody's done this, let me know what happened, and if you have an opinion one way or the other, just to let me know. I just want to age it a bit. It looks too new. And that's a 32 count or a 28 count. 32 count even wave. I got a nice thing in the mail the other day. Yesterday, day before. This is my special Mirabilia Retreat fabric, which I had pre-ordered at Retreat from Sparklies. So I knew what it looked like. It's not quite as dark as it's showing up. Maybe. Anyway, it's very nice. And this is 32 count. Belfast. So it's 32 count linen. I am going to put Andromeda on this because it really does look like the ocean, the top of the ocean. So she will be sitting on a rock, waiting to get eaten. I had a bit of a thought about that. The Mirabilia Andromeda pattern has a helicopter, glow-in-the-dark thread in it, and it's actually got the constellation, the Andromeda constellation. It glows in the dark. I was considering doing another few constellations related to Andromeda, Cassiopeia, for example, Perseus, and I can't remember the name of the sea monster. So I might do that. Again, thoughts are welcome. I was going to do Cassiopeia, Perseus, and her father, that I can't remember the name of, in the sky, and I was going to do the sea monster one in the water, or down below. So let me know your thoughts. I think that is it. Life update wise, as I say, it's the kiddie's birthday today. So that should be fun. I usually eat pretty well, but I've eaten so much. In fact, I've got frosting on my t-shirt. I've eaten so much frosting today that I'm probably about to lapse into some sort of diabetic coma. Because, you know, you've got to clean your spatula somehow. Other than that, it is very warm outside, which is nice. The garden is starting to grow. which is either nice or not nice. It depends if you like gardening or mowing the grass. We are getting very close to moving a house. We've bought a house in London with a huge garden, actually. Survey's been done, everything was fine, normal sort of stuff. Searches are going on, we've not got a completion date yet, so if somebody wants to come and help me pack up my yarn room, then you're more than welcome. That is the bit I'm not looking forward to. Is putting everything in boxes. I mean, we're doing a removals company because we can't lift all this stuff now. We've got 3 beds and a huge sofa and a dining table and bookcases, and as I say, the yarn room's got a big sewing table and a huge expedite unit. We've got an office with 2 large desks and filing cabinets, and a giant fridge freezer. So we're getting a removals company, but it still means that we've got to pack everything. Which means that you've got to lay your hands on every single thing that you own, put it in a box. Anyway, we'll get there eventually. Right, I am going to go and get organised for the kiddie coming home. I will update you in the next few days as to how I get on with the sampler. And we're off to Laser Quest, actually, for the kiddie's birthday, so that should be fun. Right, thank you for watching. Thank you for bearing with me. I'm sorry that I have rattled through. I'm just conscious of the time today. Have a good stitchy week, and I will catch you next time.